I'm sure by now we all know about Colleen Ballinger's inappropriate behavior towards young teens, and her family's sort of in the same boat. They are all depraved weirdos, especially Colleen. Texting spicy pictures of her alleged friend to her teenage fans, trying to turn her audience against her ex-husband because she wanted to be a victim when she was the one who cheated on him. And that stupid song was in my brain for weeks. But the reaction from a lot of people was mild because she's a woman. If a guy was caught doing what she did, he probably would have several lawsuits or even charges against him. And don't get me wrong, there are people speaking out about all of this and how disturbing it is for an adult to do such a thing to minors, regardless of gender. But for that, the victims need to talk to the cops or something, because we should know how cancellation only lasts for a while. People forget and move on. That's how the Paul brothers and several other controversial YouTubers have survived and continue their careers without taking real accountability. Anyway, this all reminded me of a specific Catfish episode that left me disgusted. And again, nothing happened to her because she was a woman. As in every video, the links are going to be in the description so you can check them out, unadulterated by my opinion. And don't forget to subscribe and give the video a like. It really helps. Thank you so much for being here, guys. I really appreciate all of you. CJ was a 25-year-old cook living in Syracuse, New York. When he was 17, he met a woman that caught his attention. She was beautiful, funny, and also 21. Her name was Shana, a single mom working as a nurse living in New Jersey. Interestingly, CJ said they both had a lot of mutual friends, so that gave him the push he needed to send Shana a message and start something. CJ fell in love with Shana and they made things official. Actually, Shana was the one who asked CJ to be in a relationship with her. Keep that in the back of your mind. He really tried to meet up with her, but you know the drill. Some fancy things happened and they were unable to meet. She had an accident, she had cancer, her ass exploded, whatever. That should tell you everything you need to know about the person you want in your life, but for some reason, CJ disregarded it and continued the pursuit. He even said Shana moved from Jersey to Syracuse, but still, she kept blowing him off. He also mentioned some lady, Destiny Lopez. She sent him a message telling him randomly Shana passed away. Her Facebook disappeared alongside Destiny's, leaving him with a big question mark and of course, grieving. CJ tried to move on, dating here and there. A year and a half passed, and while CJ, that was in a relationship, was scrolling through Facebook, he found Shana's profile. He contacted her and demanded an explanation. Shana claimed was going through a bad relationship and didn't know how to deal with it, so she disappeared from everyone.
Why, after 8 years, you've still never met this woman?
It might be the baby dad still, probably.
So you think because of her relationship, that's why she hasn't met you?
I mean, that's the only thing I can think of.
This, for some reason, satisfies CJ and they continue talking. But again, he was in a relationship, so after the girlfriend found out he was talking to Shana behind her back, they broke up.
Yeah, she sent you lots and lots of pictures. Is she always posting? Does she text you stuff?
She sent me pictures all the time. I got a couple pictures
that she was posting, or just separate, like just for you pictures?
It's a couple just for me pictures that she sent me, like freaky pictures.
And you've sent a bunch of pictures of yourself?
Yes.
Naughty ones?
Yeah.
Wait, what is this picture of a vagina?
Another thing to keep in the back of your mind. She has sent him naughty pictures and he has responded to her doing the same. The timing of this is unsure, but still, this was a young man participating in the back and forth of nudes. Also, another detail, CJ had tried to date other girls, but whenever Shana knew about this, she will text him nonstop. She will even text the girls and harass them, obviously taking a toll on CJ's relationship. Shana will do anything to ruin CJ's real life just to keep him single. And even with all of those red flags stabbing him in the eye, CJ wanted to know who was he really talking to. Who is the woman he fell in love with? So the team started to do some research on this girl and they came across Shana's GoFundMe page asking for money for her daughter that had cancer on one of her legs. Also, she had been messaging other guys in the same way CJ was talking to her.
If she's talking to all these guys to try and get money, so far she's not doing so great. She's got this fundraiser, but it doesn't seem to have worked. No one gave anything.
So either Shana sucks at being a scammer or she has a victim complex. She needs people to be there looking out for her, which probably tells you how lonely she must be.
Hello.
Yeah, this is Haji.
Oh, hey, what's up, man? We saw you were friends with a girl named Shana.
I used to date her. We messaged for like 4 or 5 months, but we never seen each other in person though.
Did you ever have any, proof that Shana lived in Syracuse?
Yeah, she said she seen me last month when I was at work. She called my name. I did hear somebody say my name, but I didn't see who it was.
That's some, shady stalker.
So, this Shauna/Destiny person is straight up deranged. Just think about this. If she's not who she says she is, that means she got another woman's nudes and sent them to CJ and probably the other guys as well. Then, when the guys are sick of her and try to date other people, Shauna will harass the new girl and sabotage their relationship, and she will stalk them without showing her face to them. They bring all of this information to CJ and they also get in touch with Shana to tell her they know what's up and they want an explanation. She accepts to meet at a park and...
I'm Neve.
Hi.
Of course, you know CJ. But we don't know who you are.
Rebecca.
Rebecca.
This woman had a bunch of guys going crazy for her and actually stalling their lives for her. She had a lot of power over these men and I think that's what she wanted. She wanted all these men to lust for her.
Who are you?
I think Shana, as a general person, that's really who I am.
Yeah, maybe the personality.
Yeah.
How sick. 8 years of someone's life living a complete lie. And I despise this catfish is saying the fake profile is basically their personality, so they all fell in love with her but not the outside. Bitch, no, that is so manipulative. She's going to pull the, well, I guess you're vain and care about the exterior because Shana is the real me. I'm gonna lose it if she pulls that on the crew.
How did you get all those pictures though?
Some girl that was friends with my son on Facebook.
Oh, how many kids do you have?
5.
Wow.
Do you really have a daughter?
I do. I call her.
Was she really sick and stuff?
No.
So you set up a GoFundMe page for a daughter with
I
fake
did.
cancer. That's seriously sick.
This lady is gross. First, she used her ex-daughter-in-law's nudes to catfish, and then she lied about having a sick kid. Cancer, a kid with cancer. Oh, and the GoFundMe page. That's a scam. She's a scammer, she's also a stalker, and as we later found out, a groomer because she was a full-grown adult sending nudes to a teenager.
But to see that you've been doing it to, I don't even know how many. I mean, do you even know how many people you've talked to as her?
No, most of them, minus CJ, was more or less to just keep that image going so that people wouldn't think that it was a fake Facebook. I never took those conversations seriously. It wasn't...
Well, they did take it seriously.
So all of those guys who were talking to Shana and being in a relationship with her meant nothing. Great. Good to know.
Right, but
And-
but he was 17, and you're not in your 20s. No offense. How old are you?
38.
Wow. So, okay, you were 30 when you met him.
Yeah. I didn't really think about
But
it.
you knew he was 17 when you met him.
Yeah.
That's kind of messed up.
Again, I pulled the reverse card on the genders. If Rebecca was a man, these would have been a completely different conversation.
I wasn't trying to hurt you.
That's not true. He had girlfriends that you with. You never texted or messaged any of the girls he was dating?
I don't remember that.
CJ knew Shana was deranged, but to actually see how mean a person can be and have that in front of you must be soul-crushing. Because even though her demeanor was off, I think CJ still had hope. She was who she said she was and apologized for everything. This outcome was the worst, especially because Rebecca doesn't want to take accountability.
All my good moments, all my bad moments, when I needed somebody to talk to, he was always there. And I was just always worried that he was just gonna not be there anymore. I feel horrible.
Do you? Because I'm hearing you express feelings for yourself and not wanting him to hate you, but like, it doesn't take into account the fact that...
That I deceived him?
Yeah.
For 8 years, she manipulated him and the rest. And even after Rebecca didn't come all the way clean and CJ is, of course, not interested in dating her, he doesn't feel it's a good idea to just cut contact immediately. The dichotomy here. Rebecca cannot stop thinking about herself. Meanwhile, CJ is worried about her. Later on, we found out CJ and Rebecca talked for about a week and then called it quits. I think CJ needed to understand all the information he was giving in such a short time. Remember, this relationship was going on for 8 years. And in less than a week, it all ended as he never thought it could end. He got a resolution and then he left her. Hopefully there was no stalking involved and Rebecca could finally move on with her life as a mom of 5 kids. How can you find time to catfish so many guys having 5 children? Either she has the meanest, most badass task managing experience, or she's an absent mother. And just like the beginning, I repeat, how did she get away with a scam GoFundMe page, talking to an underage kid, grooming him, sending nudes of another woman, and stalking people? Maybe Colleen Ballinger hasn't done a lot of these things Rebecca did, but maybe we should have a conversation about how women can do a lot of things, bad things. And the consequences should be equal to the male side, because again, if this story was reversed, male Rebecca will be in handcuffs and on the news. Let's keep the same energy we have with male creeps. We want equality? Well then, let's enforce it. Before you leave, give the video a thumbs up if you liked it or a thumbs down if you didn't, and tell me why in the comments. And now that you're here, subscribe to the channel. You are more than welcome here. Thank you for watching.